Dinovic here again, my fellow wingers, and welcome back to the Inswinger. With Real Madrid captain and defender Sergio Ramos' 126 career goal in Game Week 3 versus Real Betis, no one could be blamed for thinking he's the highest scoring defender in history. Well, I did think, but it turns out he's not. And this surprise then moved me to find out the highest scorers across the pitch. And with that said, here's the Inswinger's 11 highest goal scorers in each position. Goalkeeper, ROGERIO CENI. Now the manager of Brazilian club Fortaleza, ROGERIO CENI was absurdly prolific for a goalkeeper, as he had a career spanning 25 years. The Brazilian played 1,257 games for Sao Paulo in the Brazilian Serie A and won 20 titles, and of course, the goals. He scored an incredible 131 career goals as a goalkeeper. Very good at set pieces, his record number of goals almost doubles that of the nearest goalkeeper, who is Jose Luis Chilavert, who scored an amazing 67 goals. CENI had a 21 goal season which was his most prolific, and it included 10 goals in the Brazilian top flight. He was the first goalkeeper to score a hat-trick and has a total of 60 free kicks scored, which is a record for an individual player at a single club. CENI retired in 2015 and left behind a stunning career and has a record that doesn't seem like it can be touched anytime soon. Right back, Graham Alexander. While spending most of his career in the lower leagues of English football, Graham Alexander nonetheless has been the most prolific right back in history with 130 goals scored over a 24-year professional career. His most prolific season came in 08-09 where he scored 11 goals for Burnley, helping them gain promotion to the English Premier League as he scored 8 goals in the following season in his only campaign in the English top flight. Alexander was only the second outfield player to achieve 1,000 appearances in England and has the 4th highest appearances overall in England's top leagues. He retired in 2012 and currently manages League 2 club Salford City, but this little-known Scotsman is among football's goal-scoring elite. Centre-back, Ronald Koeman. Current Barcelona manager Ronald Koeman had an unreal goal-scoring career at centre-back where he scored a ridiculous 253 goals. Koeman played 421 games for clubs based in the Netherlands, including Ajax and PSV in the 80s, in which he scored 151 times, and had a further 264 appearances for Barcelona in Spain during the 90s, for which he scored 88 times. He reached double figures for goals in each of his 6 seasons with the Catalans, and also featured for the Dutch national team for 11 years, scoring 14 goals. While at Barcelona, he won the La Liga 4 years in a row between 1991 and 1994 and helped them win their first ever European Cup, being the only goal scorer in the match. The Dutchman retired in 1997 and is the highest scoring defender of all time. Centre-back, Daniel Passarella. Currently the second highest scoring defender in history, Daniel Passarella once held the title before Ronald Koeman and still boasts an impressive record. He scored 175 goals in all competitions and spent the majority of his career with River Plate in the Argentina Primera Division, where he played 298 games and scored a total of 103 goals, with 99 of them being in the league. He also featured for Inter Milan and Fiorentina in Italy and scored 50 times in 212 appearances while at the two clubs. He then finished his career back at River Plate where he scored 9 times in 32 games in his final season. He scored 22 goals for Argentina and won 2 World Cups in 1978 and 1986, where he captained both teams. Passarella retired in 1989 and can be considered the father of goal-scoring defenders. Left back, Paul Breitner. Considered one of the best players of his era, Paul Breitner is a German and Bayern Munich legend who scored 113 career goals from left back. Breitner scored 103 club goals while playing for Bayern Munich and Real Madrid in the 70s and 80s, with his highest tally coming for Bayern, scoring 83 goals in 255 appearances for the Bavarians. He featured for West Germany for 11 years, scoring 10 international goals, including a goal in the 1974 FIFA World Cup final, which West Germany won, but also scored in the 1982 World Cup final, making him one of only 4 players to have scored in 2 different World Cup final matches, the others being Pele, Vava and Zinedine Zidane. Breitner retired in 1983 and has been working as a commentator, pundit and columnist in Germany, and is also an advisor to the management board of Bayern Munich. Central midfield, Frank Lampard. Current Chelsea manager Frank Lampard is the first of our midfield three. Lampard scored an exceptional 303 career goals from midfield, including 274 goals across 913 club appearances. Most of Lampard's professional career was spent at Chelsea, for whom he played 648 games and scored 211 goals to become their highest all-time scorer. He also featured for West Ham United, where he began his playing career with brief loan spells in Swansea and Manchester City, and finished his career in the US playing for New York City, for whom he scored 12 in 21 games, a respectable goal-scoring record to end his career on. He was also very prolific for the England national team, where he featured 106 times, scoring 29 goals. I personally think Lampard is underrated, but his goal-scoring exploits cannot be overlooked. Central midfield, John WARK. John WARK is yet another brilliant goal-scoring midfielder who played from 1975 to 1997 for a variety of clubs, including 3 separate times at Ipswich Town, once for Liverpool and once for Middlesbrough. WARK played a total of 825 senior games, scoring 230 goals, with 796 club appearances in the mix, in which he scored 223 times, with 135 of those goals coming for Ipswich Town. He also played 29 international fixtures for Scotland, where he scored 7 times. WARK won the FA Cup and the UEFA Cup with Ipswich, and with Liverpool, he won 2 football First Division titles, along with the Intercontinental Cup, European Super Cup, European Cup, and the Football League Cup. He retired in 1997 and should be remembered for his achievements and also his goal scoring. Attacking midfield, ZICO. The final of our midfield three is Arthur Antunes Coimbra, better known as ZICO, who is the highest scoring midfielder of all time. ZICO scored a staggering 525 total professional career goals, with the majority coming during his 2 spells with Flamengo in the Brazilian Serie A, with whom he spent most of his career, scoring 401 goals in 580 appearances. He spent 2 seasons with Udinese in Italy between his Flamengo spells, where he scored 30 goals in 53 games, and also made 67 appearances in the Japanese 2nd and 1st divisions, scoring 46 goals in the twilight of his career. ZICO is the 5th highest scorer for Brazil with 48 goals in 71 appearances and represented them in 3 World Cups. The Brazilian legend retired in 1994 and went into management, and is currently the technical director for Kashima Antlers in the J1 League, and his inclusion completes a goal-laden midfield. Right forward, Romario. Romario is the first of our forwards and one of the highest goal scorers of all time, with a very impressive goal tally of 772 across all national football competitions in a total of 994 appearances. His career began in the Serie A in Brazil with Vasco da Gama, where he scored 80 goals in 141 appearances, and later moved on to PSV Eindhoven in the Dutch Eredivisie, where he netted 128 in 148 games. The Brazilian later had spells in Barcelona and Valencia in La Liga and scored 45 goals in 77 appearances for both clubs. His career would take him back to Brazil and also to Qatar, Australia, and the US as he became a journeyman, rarely spending more than a season at a single club. He made 70 appearances for the Brazilian national team, scoring 55 goals, and won the Copa America, the FIFA World Cup, and the FIFA Confederations Cup. A goal-scoring legend who retired in 2007, Romario kicks off our goal-scoring forward line. Left forward, Pele. Pele is our second forward and one of the most famous footballers of all time. Born Edson Arantes do Nascimento, Pele is also among the highest goal scorers of all time with 767 goals in 831 official games, and is only behind Romario and the final striker to come on this list in terms of total career goals. Some sources state that he is the highest goal scorer with a mind-blowing 1,281 goals in 1,363 games, which included unofficial friendlies and tour games. However, officially, Pele scored 619 goals in 638 appearances for Santos across 18 seasons, and scored 31 goals in 58 appearances across 2 seasons for New York Cosmos. He was also a star player for the Brazil national team, winning 3 World Cups in 1958, 1962, and 1970, and scored a total of 77 goals in 92 appearances, becoming the country's highest goal scorer. Pele retired in 1977, and being one of the all-time greats, Pele has to make our list of goal-scoring machines. Centre forward, Josef BICAN. Our final forward is the highest-scoring footballer of all time. Josef BICAN's official goal tally stands at 805 goals scored in 530 games, with an amazing 1.52 goals per game ratio. He scored 607 goals in 406 games while playing in the National Football League of Austria and the Czech Republic, and featured for clubs such as Rapid Vienna and Slavia Prague. Due to him playing in the 1920s to 1950s, it is hard to get accurate goal tallies for his full career, and it is estimated that he could have scored as much as 1,468 goals across all competitions. BICAN was the highest scorer in all of Europe in 5 different seasons, and he played for 3 different international countries, including Austria, Czechoslovakia and Bohemia Moravia, and scored a total of 34 goals in 45 international fixtures. He hung up his boots in 1955 and died in 2001 at the age of 88, and is one of the greatest goal scorers in history. Some of you might be wondering about Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo's absence from this list, but with the concept of a goal scoring winger relatively modern, the inclusion of such a position would have eliminated 2 of the 3 highest goal scorers of all time. Plus, Messi and Ronaldo's consistent exploits from out wide at the highest level warrants a separate video, a movie in fact dedicated to them. Nonetheless, here are some honorable mentions. Goalkeepers include Jose Luis Chilavert, Dimitar Ivankov and Rene Higuita. Some notable defenders are Fernando Hierro, Roberto Carlos and Sergio Ramos. Midfielders include Fritz Walter, Michel Platini and Lothar Matthäus. And as for strikers, we have Ferenc Puskás, Gerd Müller and Eusebio. And there you have it, the Inswinger's highest goal scorer in each position. I hope you enjoyed this video and leave your thoughts in the comment section below. And don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the Inswinger for more football content. See you soon.